Are you ready to make some money? Let's do it now. It's last minute betting with the Sports Nuts. Bob and Mike here with your quick fix for sports betting. That's right, a new intro. And I'm wearing my Lucky Blues hat tonight, so let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's get this out of the way. Looking for content creators like me and Mike. Email me, bob@oddsjam.com or mike at oddsjam.com. And you know what? If we get enough of you out there, Mike might be able to afford some handles for his chest of drawers. Right, Mike? Well, that's what everybody's talking about, man. All right. Also, BetMGM, a points bet, sign-up bonuses below, Underdog Fantasy, Thrive Fantasy, deposit match. The channel is growing. We're going to be to 500 subscribers soon. That will be something to celebrate. We'll have a toast to that. Don't forget we have live chat available. And don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Very much so. We would appreciate it. So, Mike, we got Thursday Night Football tonight.
Yes.
And this matchup does absolutely nothing for me. And, boy, what a move by the Cronkies to get Baker Mayfield. What a move. Just a brilliant move, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what a great move. Yep, that ought to get them where they need to be, huh?
Yeah. What do you think about this game tonight?
I'm leaning towards the Raiders, Bob. This is a Rams team that just isn't good. They kind of had their little fun with Seattle. They weren't able to win that game, but they were able to play pretty good. The Raiders have been playing absolutely extremely well, 3 in a row. I've been impressed with the Raiders. And here's the thing, Bob. The Raiders have the top rusher in Josh Jacobs, but the Rams have actually been pretty good against the run. But their defense, their pass defense, I should say, has been amongst the bottom in the league over the last few weeks. I think that the Raiders will look to attack that as well. I think the Raiders are just a better team, Bob. I'm just
pretty amazing.
Rams team's bad.
Go from Super Bowl to bums.
We got a brave
what
Rams money line. Yeah, Bob, what are you doing there, dude?
Because I'm the studio guy. Yes. Brandon Selman. Brandon Selman. No, I do it all the time. Brandon Selman, Rams money line. Brandon, really? You're really feeling that, bro? I don't see how you're feeling that. I don't see that happening at all. The question is whether the Raiders are going to cover. And with Devontae Adams and the secondary as weak as you say that it is, I think the Raiders cover, win by 10 or more.
Yeah, and Aaron Donald's not in this game tonight, I don't believe. So that's going to hurt the Rams pretty bad there. So as I said, the Rams do stop the run pretty good. They do okay, but I expect this Raiders team to be able to still get some yards on the ground with the leading rusher and Josh Jacobs. And don't remember, the Rams defense or offense last week did run the football pretty well.
Right.
The Raiders have been stopping the run extremely well. They've done a really good job. Rams by 3. Man, we've got some. Hey,
holy cow.
Hey, if I guess that money line is very, very what is it? What's it at? Plus 240 or something now?
Oh, here we go, Brandon. Yes, sir. Watch and see. It's all looking like the Raiders' money line is guaranteed. Watch how they flip the script. You, my friend, I think, are sparking a conspiracy theory there. Are you saying that this game's going to be rigged? Come on now. It's the NFL. It can't be rigged, right?
It's not worth taking the Raiders on the money line at all. But I think it comes down to whether or not the Raiders can cover this spread. I'm just not feeling a Rams money line tonight. Boy, if I'm wrong, that would be good for you guys, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I had the Raiders -6 earlier in the day. It's up to 6.5. Early this morning it was at 6. It's moved up to 6.5. So yeah, it's heavily favoring the Raiders, and Devontae Adams most likely getting a touchdown, right, Mike?
I've got Cam Akers and Devontae Adams. Yeah, I think that the Raiders are going to have to utilize that weak secondary of the Rams, so Devontae Adams should have his fair share.
Okay, Brandon. WWE, my friends, sports entertainment. That is some funny stuff. I love it. And you may be right. Hey, who knows? You know, the way the NFL rules are and what have you. But if that was the case, wouldn't Tom Brady still be in first place in the NFC South? Oh, hang on. He is, isn't he?
You know, I just don't think this Rams team, with no Aaron Donald, that's going to hurt them bad. Man, I just can't buy in. I thought if they had a shot to Seattle, that was the spot for them. Can't roll with the Rams tonight, man.
That's funny. All right. So from a free agency standpoint in baseball, Aaron Judge is re-signed with the Yankees for a tremendous contract. Xander Bogaerts. Okay, you got to explain this to me, Mike. Xander Bogaerts went to the Padres. Is Tatis Jr. done? He'll no longer be a shortstop?
I think he's going to be in the out. I think he'll be in left field.
Really? I had not heard that. Holy cow. That changes things up. So you're going to have Machado and Bogaerts and Tatis Jr. and Soto. Boy, yeah. That's a heavy duty.
And don't forget Cronenworth at first, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. Yeah. Yeah, he made us a little money last year. Holy cow, Mike. I mean, how do you compete with that?
You don't, Bob. I think the Padres are no doubt going to have a great opportunity to not only make the playoffs again, but they could rival the Dodgers for that division. That certainly helps you defensively with that infield. You know, they already that strengthens you. You know, Adam Bogaerts, I think, defensively. So definitely liking the moves the Padres are making, and they're trying to keep up with the Phillies, Bob. You know, the Phillies continuing to make waves and add as they did last season, that it paid off. You know, the guys that they added, now here they go again this season. So the Phillies are definitely going for it. And if you're the Padres, you were right there as well. I think that they've got to keep pace.
So right now it looks like the Dodgers are trying to be in the running for Carlos Correa because they now have to have a shortstop. Can you think about this, Mike? The last few shortstops that the Dodgers have had, Corey Seager, Trey Turner, who's the other one? There's another one in there. They've all gotten big contracts from other teams. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So could be Correa going to the Dodgers. Baseball is a mess. That's for sure. All right. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I want to go to the Positive EV page here real quick. Myself, I've been on calls all day long, and let's just go and do what we do, folks. And the first thing is let's go to the recommended filters, make sure that they're on, make sure that we got today's date, which we do, and let's see what pops up. And I'm going to throw these at Mike. Especially the NBA ones. Jalen Green over 22.5 player points. Do you like that or not? No way.
Sure, Bob.
Okay. All right.
Sure, Bob.
Well, it's a 4.65% hit.
It's a Price Picks play. How many of those are you going to get?
Well, there's several Price Picks plays.
Well, if you can't just do one, you got to do multiple. So,
well, I know that, Mike. I realize that.
You'll have to find yourself another one.
I will, as time goes on here. Then, as we scroll on down, I'm looking for more plays. Well, there's another Price Picks play right there. Jalen Green over 3.5 player rebounds. I could jump on that one. What about this Iowa State-Iowa game? That has been popping up like crazy. Earlier, it was Iowa State first half money line. I like the under in this game. Let's look at the, well, the odds have changed. It's no longer a positive EV play. And that does happen sometimes, folks. Rutgers, Ohio State. Let's look at this one. Under 137.5. Minus 125 is the average odds. Minus 129 on the Pinnacle line. Minus 110 here at Caesars. Take the juice out. We're like minus 114. I'm going to hit this play, Mike, for a half a unit.
And roll with it.
Okay, that's all I'm going to do with recommended filters here. I do want to get to some player props here real quick. So let me change my market, get out of the main and alternate market, and player prop market is set. Hit the maximum market width at 38 cents. And this is what I'm interested to see what pops up. Okay. Now, by the way, this is something that is new, folks. Worried about conflicting bets. And the reason that we put this in here is that there are people that have forgotten that they already made a play and they hit the same bet twice. We don't want that to happen. All right. So let's look at this. Trey Jones over 14.5 player points. I got to be honest with you. I don't know enough about him to make that play. I do like the Aaron Ekblad over in Price Picks. So we could actually do a combination with the other play and this Aaron Ekblad play on Price Picks. There are a lot of people out that are using these DFS plays out here, Mike. There's a bunch of them. Let's see. Tyler Hero, under 20.5 player points. Man, that's like plus 110, dude.
Yeah, I like the value on that. I'd roll with it.
Okay. I wait for Mike to tell me to do it because he is the basketball expert. And the Jokic play is still there. This is what I was looking for earlier. Over 8.5 player assists, and it's on BetMGM, which I have money in, and I like that play a lot, even though, once again, it's a lower percentage play. So there we go. I hit that, and I'm going to turn it over to you, bud.
All right. Well, I've got a NHL article. I'm going to show you all a couple of NHL plays that I'm rolling with tonight. One came through last night. The other one didn't. Let me see if I can find this article. There's a lot. Picks and parlay. Should be this one here. And there it is. So I'm going to roll with the Blues Jets over 6 goals tonight, Bob. Over been hitting consistently for both of these teams. You got Winnipeg, who already scores in bunches. Well, the Blues give up goals in bunches at times. So, the over is hit in 6 of the Jets' last 8 games and in 7 out of the last 8 for the Blues. I think it's an obvious choice to roll with the over. These two teams haven't played each other a lot yet. I think one time is when they I think that's all they've played each other is once so far this year, a couple of division rivals. So, I like going with the over here. Then, Bob, this is surprising to me. The Dallas Stars puck line, you realize they've covered the puck line in each of their 14 wins this season?
Holy cow. That's a great stat.
Very surprising to me. And plus 130 is tremendous payout there if that can hit. So if you expect Dallas to win tonight, you probably ought to take them on the puck line, because when they win, they're covering that puck line. So and I believe this game is in Dallas as well. So definitely like both of these NHL plays tonight, Bob. The over in the Blues Jets game and the puck line -1.5 for the Stars.
You got Thomas Greiss playing. He's won 3 in a row for the Blues. Backup goaltender, getting a back-to-back start.
Yeah. Well, Bennington's not been playing good, so you got to roll with that. I'm going to go to my bet tracker here because I've got Reggie Jackson under 13.5 player points. I've got over 43 total points in that Chiefs-Broncos game. Got very good value on that. Over 117.5 first half total points. Rockets Spurs -109 is what I got that for. Good value if you're looking to tail now. Jokic, the over 8.5 player assists. Trey Jones, over 14.5 player points. Then some other NFL bets out here. Kansas City, first half team total over 13.5 money. Nailed it. Love that bet. Expect Kansas City to tear up Denver. And I know the worry about going with an over in that Denver-Kansas City game is needing Denver to do any amount. But I think Denver is good for about 16 points. And that should be enough to carry this over, with Kansas City most definitely going to put up their fair share. I got the Vikings over 26.5 team total. Expect them to score some points on Detroit. The Bucks on the spread, Bob, +4. I got to roll with it, man. I said it earlier. I think that Tampa Bay can cover this spread and bounce back. It just, you got a week to prepare for this Purdy guy now. It probably happened at the best time for him to come in when he did, because now you got to see how this guy deals with a defense preparing all week for him. The over in the Dolphins-Chargers game, I think that's a play for this Sunday. And then obviously I got the Hawks, the Seahawks, -3.5 and -2.5 on the point spread over Carolina. I expect them to bounce back after not covering against the Rams, but they did get the win. So those are all the bets I'm on right now, Bob.
We got a few comments in here.
Okay.
Brandon says that Jalen Green seems too obvious. It spooked him.
Okay.
Hermetic Sabrosa, under 42.5. And I'm guessing he's referring to tonight's game.
Tonight, yeah.
Yep. Okay. And one other thing I want to be able to communicate with you guys. We're looking for content creators. You can email me, bob@oddsjam.com, or mike@oddsjam.com. Also, our anytime touchdown scorer videos. Mike's got one out for tonight's game. Last week we hit 13. The week before we hit 12. We're doing every game. We'll have a couple of videos out on Saturday, so be looking for those. And hey, no problem, man. Thank you for joining in. We appreciate you being a part of the broadcast. It helps us out, keeps us on our toes. Okay, Mike, I'm guessing you're looking at some positive EV plays.
Yeah, back in the Clippers tonight on the spread, +9.5 over Miami. I like this play a lot. Even at -140, I know it's a little juiced, but -163 is what average odds are for this play. That's got pretty good value. I will take the Clippers on the spread for a full unit here last minute.
I got to let Brandon get this comment in for you, Mike. Listen to this. Check out the primetime games, how the underdogs usually win the first quarter or cover, mainly win outright. It was 11-game streak until the Bucks game Monday night. Interesting stuff. Does that change your mind on this game? It doesn't mind.
You know, I really think this Raiders team's been playing really good lately, and they still have something to fight for here. You know, they had that stretch where they lost to Jacksonville, Indianapolis, and New Orleans, and those were 3 bad losses. And I think that they've learned from losing those kinds of games that they realistically could still make the playoffs, while it's a little bit more of a long shot because of the hole they dug themselves in. They're only a game behind the Chargers. I think that was a big win for them to beat the Chargers, and I just don't think this Rams team's very good. And no Aaron Donald for the Rams. Bad secondary. Adams is going to feast. Man, I just think I'm going to stick with the Raiders.
Hermetic says sexy stat. See, Churchy's in the house. Anybody jumping on Devontae Smith over 4.5 receptions and Devontae Adams under 7.5? Nice value there. We'll go look at that real quick for the DFS folk. There are high schools that can handle no. Oh, you're funny. All right, let's go. Let's go look at this. Smith. Let's look at Adams here real quick.
Devontae Smith in that Philly game.
Right. Well, let's look at Adams here real quick since we're on this game right now. And he's talking about receptions themselves. And there it is. And he said under 7.5, I believe. So we'll wait for it to load up here, and then we'll take a look. And under 7.5, of course, it's minus 137 on underdog and minus 122. But on the books, we're looking at minus 138. Man, Mike, I'm not sure that I like Devontae Adams on an under in receptions when he can go off for 10 or 12 catches out of nowhere, man.
Well, he's definitely going to have Ramsey on him a little bit. I don't know how much of a factor that's going to play. You know, last week he had 8 catches against the Chargers. I would compare their secondary similarly to the Rams in a sense, to be honest with you. And we look at Seattle, he had 7. So we're flirting with the last couple of games of him, 7 the week before that. Going to be really close. I think it's definitely worth a play on the value side. So hard to lean one way or the other. So I'd say go with the value there just because he's going to be flirting with around that number anyway. You know, he's going to probably be in the 6-7 receptions tonight range. Obviously, if you got him under 7.5, you'll take him having 7 receptions. So, short week. You got to take that into consideration here. Tough game against the Chargers. You know,
I like the over. On Devontae Smith, though, the value. I mean, I guess you could say the value is on the over at minus 130, but the plus money's on the over. I actually like the Devontae Smith under or over as opposed to under. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the over. I think those are both good plays. Churchy, I would probably go with both of them to be honest with you. Because like I said, with Devontae Adams right now, it's just he's going to have 7 or 8 receptions, probably somewhere in that number. And 7, you're a winner. 8, you lose. So it's going to be close, probably. But for the value, roll with it.
His girl took the Rams plus 6.5.
Now I could see that. I could see that. But Bob, I'm brave. I'm backing the Raiders.
Mike's a Raiders fan.
I'm not a Raiders fan. I am not a Raiders fan.
Gotta bless the bets. Thank you guys for joining us. You made it lively.
Bob, I think we learned when you bless my bets, it doesn't do as good. Remember?
I'm not blessing yours.
Oh, okay.
Plus of mine. I don't care whether you win or not. All right, guys. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.
You're betting the Raiders too, so